Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, we just got a palette in the mail. I'm super excited to play around with this palette. Okay, I've already swatched a few of them, not gonna lie, had to. You know, I love me a shifty shade. I love me this kind of quality, and so I'm super excited for this palette. It is the Radioactive palette. I like the look of this palette. Palette looks exactly the same as the outer covering. And again, I stuck my fingers in it already, but this is what the palette looks like. So I'm going to swatch this and then I'm going to do a look with this palette. We're going to do an all shimmer look. We don't need no mattes here in this space. No, I like me an all shimmer look. So we're going to do an all shimmer look. You could add mattes if you wanted to and just use these as little shifty toppers. We're going to get into this. So if you're interested to see some swatches on this and the look that we come up with this palette, just keep watching. I'm so glad you guys decided to stay. I'm going to swatch this and then we're going to get into doing a look. I kind of think I know which shade I want to play with because I've already, like I said, dug my fingers into this. So we're going to do a little something different. I do have a code with Gourmande Girls. It is an affiliated code. So if you guys are wanting to pick this up, please use code Debutawn. Debutawn is the code for all the brands that I have a code with. Same thing, Debutawn. Simple, easy. It's my kind of brain. So you're welcome. So anyways, let's get into swatching this so that I can get these on my eyes. Okay, Radon is the first one that we're going to go into. This is, I love this kind of quality, you guys. I love these kind of shades. Okay, Radon Exposure. It's a little bit more of the see-through, but oh, the color shift in this. You don't see the purple, but there is definitely a purple green and then like more of a yellow green and a teal. Just, oh, maybe you can, nope, it just sometimes on the camera it just doesn't show up as well. Elemental, love, love. Beautiful. Radium, very pretty. These are kind of similar but different in person, because in person this is shifting purple. Up on the screen it shifts kind of that blue-green, but in person, if I put this on my eyes, this looks purple, this looks a blue teal. So it actually in person, it almost shifts like right here. It's completely like a royal blue. And then if I move it like this, it's teal. So it looks similar on my hand, but not in person. So pretty. Okay. Well, I mean, in certain lights it does, but then I just move it slightly and it turns completely purple. So pretty. That's the Radium. And then Curie looks like this one here, maybe a duochrome. I wouldn't say this one's a multichrome. It's very, ooh, there's a shift. It goes purple to teal. Maybe there is another color in there, but it's very, it looks just like a shimmer. And then I caught a certain light and I'm like, ooh, no, there's purple in there. So that's, ooh, that's gorgeous. But these on my hand kind of look similar until you get the light reflection. So just so you know, so if you see it and you're like, on screen it looks the same, they're not though. So it's good that I can kind of show you guys and tell you what it does in person, even though you can't necessarily see all the shifts on camera. Okay, Nucleus, which shows kind of purplish pink. It's almost like a warm tone pink with a purple little shift to it. Very pretty. Yeah, purple, like lavender and pink. That's pretty. And then High Energy. Love this High Energy. This one, you don't see it as well on camera as it is in person. It's just super shifty, probably more so on my just high shine, super shifty, purple, pink, teal, more pastel. Oh, just gorgeous, just gorgeous. That would look really good over a black base. Oh, beautiful. And then Gamma Ray is the pink gold shift. I already knew it because I've seen shades like this before. Like that is beautiful. That pink gold shift. Oh, so pretty. And then Ultraviolet. So blue, dark purple, and then like this magenta pinkish color. Pinkish, yeah, it's pink. So pretty. It's just not showing as well on camera. Isotopes. See, in person, like just the swatch, it looks like just a regular purple shimmer. Okay, so this one has like a multicolored sparkle in it, but I wouldn't call this one a multichrome. But to me, it looks like just a regular shimmer, but you can tell it has like these micro sparkles in it that are different colors. It's very pretty. And then Quantum. Let's see where I'm taking it down on the wrist. So purple when I'm looking at it here, blue when I'm looking at it here, and then maybe a hint of pink in it also. And then this is the one I'm going to do the look with because this is so pretty. It looks red, right? Oh, it has like red, but it has some orange, like an orange flip, a little bit of an orange flip to it, but it has pink, and it's just, we're going to do a look, you guys. It kind of feels different as far as swatching compared to the other ones. It kind of just feels like a little bit different. But you guys see that on my hand? Oh my goodness. I'm curious to use it because it does feel different than the other shades. But you can see it there. Flip to a pink. But when it's on my finger, I hope I can get it look like that on my eyes. Oh my goodness. Like the pink is just like neon pink, and then the red background is behind the neon pink. It is just gorgeous. Oh, this shade. Okay, so let me get this off. I'm going to zoom you in, and we're going to get into this look. I'll see you in a few. Okay, guys, you're all zoomed in.
You're welcome.
Okay, guys, before I start this look, I want to go over the price of the palette. So this palette, this has 12 total shades, and these are, most of them are multi-chromes and some duochromes in here. And she's selling it for $51.99. And if you use my code, you can get it down to like $46. So not bad at all. Okay, so my eyes are not primed because I don't always use primer, but I'm going to use my Death and Candy gel base, my eye gel base, because it just, for shimmers, for multi-chromes, it is the thing to use. So I just don't want to double prime because I'm not using mattes. So I am going to get into, and of course, whenever I'm starting out with a new palette, I try different ways of applying the shadows just to see the best way. I know that my finger is really the way to go. I like to use my finger. I know not everybody does, but if it works well with the finger, then the sponge tip applicator is definitely the way to go. I bought a big bulk of them because I love me some sponge tip applicators whenever I'm applying some of these really nice shifty shades so that I get a nice thick coat of the shadow. And then, but I do like to start out with a brush because most people have brushes. Some people don't have sponge tip applicators. You always have a finger though. But so I do like to do brushes. I like to wet them. I like to play around and see what is the best way. It doesn't mean that the other ways don't work. It's just which way is the best way. So I like to play around. If I do the first one and it works wonderful with a brush, then I just keep the brush. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, why fix it if it isn't broke? So we're going to go in with a brush. I always like to start with a brush first because I know that's preferred with most people. So we'll do that first. If I don't like it, I might spray it. If I don't like that, I'll use sponge tip applicator or my finger, whatever I feel like using for the day. Let's just get like a flat brush. That's usually the one that I like to start out the best with. Some shimmers you can use a fluffier brush, but typically with duochromes or multi-chromes, you don't want to use like a fluffy brush to buff out. When you're using a multi-chrome or a duochrome or, you know, these shifty shades, you really want a coat of that shadow. You don't want to sit there and blend it out. That breaks up that multi-chrome shift that is in that shadow. It just gets broken up. So that's not the look that you want. Now, not that being said, you still want that shift, but then you can buff out the edges without touching what you want there to shift on your lid. You can buff out the edges on most shadows. If it's, you know, the type of shadow that can handle that, you buff out the edges and make it real soft on the edges. So, okay. So a nice slick flat brush is what I like to start out with. I'm just going to take this red all over the place. We're going to buff out the edges and then we're going to add different color down in the inner corner and underneath. We're going to do this Electro Love, and I'm going to put some of the gel base down where I want the Electro Love. And what you do is you just put a really fine amount, just a very small amount on a brush, and then put it on and then put the shadow over top of it before it dries. And you're not going to get like a big thick coat of this. Like I put it on the back of my hand and I just kind of put a small thin coat and it helps with creasing. This stuff is amazing. You can get this huge jar for $25 on Death and Candy. I'll link them in the description box. I do not have a code with them. I don't think that she has codes, but this stuff is amazing, and you get such a huge jar. So $25 is very reasonable. So I went ahead and put it on both eyes, but I might have to reapply one eye if it's dry. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Oh yeah. Yep. Absolutely. I'm going to just keep using the brush. I don't have to wet it. Love, love, love. I mean, there's just one red shade in here, so if you don't love red or pink, you know, there's just one in here, but I love all colors. I'm even learning how to love orange, just certain shades of it. And I'm going to buff that out, so don't worry, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and apply a little bit more of that base over here because I can feel that it's dried. So stinking pretty. I think you can see the pink shift a little bit easier now that I have it on my lid, but it shifts hot pink. I don't see this kind of shift too often. Okay, now I'm going to take a small fluffy brush to kind of buff out those edges because I don't want just a straight line. This one might be a little too rough of a brush. This is a crown brush, a C528, and it's a really kind of wiry bristle. It's not my favorite brush. Yeah, I need more of a fluffy brush. So I'm just trying to determine if these particular shades are going to be good to buff out on the edges. And so far, just move in slowly because I don't want to buff it all away. I just want to soften the edges, just kind of smoke. And then when I get over to this side, I kind of just like to drag it out and kind of smoke it out. So the concentrated of the shadows stay right there. Yeah, that did that beautifully. Okay, and then I'm just going to do the other eye. All right, so both eyes are completed there. So let's, I just went kind of an all over look there because we're going to put some color in here and put some of the different shades down on the bottom. Let's see here. The kind of brush that I like to use on the bottom lash line is probably dirty because I need to clean my brushes. Let's just be real. Okay, so, well, I definitely want to go with purple underneath. So I think I'm going to start off with Isotopes, and we're going to take that up on the brush. I'm going to get that up on the brush like that there. I'm going to spray it, and I'm going to run it right next to the red and bring it in just a little ways. I don't want to use this one too much because it doesn't have much of the shifts like the other ones do. So I just want to run it right in that inner corner to give it a nice deep dark area underneath there. Okay, like that there. And now I'll do the other eye. That looks good. Okay, I love red and purple together. And now I'm going to go in with Ultraviolet, and this one is nice and shifty. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to get it up on that same brush, and then I'm going to spray it, and we're going to put it right in here, and then we'll do a different color right in there. Of course, it's on the bottom, so it's a little harder to see the shift, but this is a pretty shade. This would be pretty on the lid as well. Kind of a dark and grungy multichrome. It's kind of got like that blue-gray, or like a really smoky blue-gray in it. It's just so stinking pretty, along with like a blue and a teal. Okay, and then let's go ahead and I think I'm going to use High Energy. Yes. I'm going to take a little brush like this here. I'm going to take High Energy. Oh, it's going to be so pretty. It's got pinks and purples and teals and oh yeah. That's pretty gorgeous. Take it on up into here. And so stinking pretty. That is, I don't know if I'm going to put that underneath here. If it's too high shine like that, putting it underneath is not the best look, and so, on me at least. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just keep it concentrated in the inner corner and kind of bring it out a little bit and do another connecting color. Just bring it out just a little bit, but do another connecting color so we can use one more shade of the palette. That is blinding, and it is definitely like a lavender pink teal shift. So stinking pretty. And then let's just go ahead and let's do this teal elemental. Let's just do that moment right there. Let's go ahead and just use that same brush. It's kind of a blue-green. Let's just add a little something, something right in there. Connect. Ooh. That's a pretty shade. It's so hard when you get a palette full of beautiful shades. It's like you almost want to use them all, but don't know. Like you just, how do you pick? They're so beautiful. Oh, dragging that into that. That's just gorgeous. So pretty. Loving it. Okay. I'm loving this. Okay. All right. So I'm going to add just maybe a little bit of red to this. Just kind of combine it a little bit better. Because I don't like to leave it just like it is. I like to have it nice and blended. Okay. So that they're just kind of flowing into each other. I'm loving this. Okay. So I'm going to do the rest of my makeup off camera, and then I'll come back and we'll give a little rundown of what I think about this palette. So I'll see you guys in a few. Okay, guys, this is my final look. Yes. Okay, so I did go ahead and do the GXVE, the Gwen Stefani line of the new lippy that I got in. And so I thought, hey, we got some red on our eyes. Let's just go ahead and try out this lippy. This lippy I talked about in my new makeup releases. I'm like, I'm going to have to get this and try this out because it has some claims. It has some claims, an 8-hour wear. It's supposed to be high gloss, high shine. It's shiny. But is it as shiny as what the pictures show? Not really. It doesn't look like this really juicy gloss. The way I was like, how could that be an all-day wear? You know what I mean? How could that be a long-lasting lippy? But so far, it's not drying down. It's still movable on my lips. It still has the shine. Like I did have a liquid lip when I topped it with like a little clear gloss or something, but not super glossy look. Like I kind of expected it to look based off the pictures. So I'm going to wear this throughout the day. Check the description box. I will update you on how this wore throughout the day, and we'll see if it does everything it claims. Okay. Okay, guys, let's go over the palette. I think the palette's gorgeous. I'm so glad that this red's in here because I love it. I do. That red with that hot pink shift is so gorgeous. You see it and it looks pretty in the monitor, but man, when you look in person, when I move, that hot pink is like bam. It is so just, it's stunning. It's stunning. I do love this palette. I will get good use out of this. Like these, I love these types of shades. So I'm super excited to have this palette. I think that the price that it is very good for as many shades that you're getting. You're getting 12 shades. So I think the price is good. I love the palette. I love the colors. And it's just up to you guys. You know what I mean? Like if you see the color story and that's something you'd like to have, yeah, go for it because they're great. I'm loving this look too. And what I did is I put, let me just go over a little bit about what is on my face. I have the red gel liner from Unearthly Cosmetics in Ruby in the waterline. I'm telling you, these are I'm a gel liner girl. I love my gel liners. And, they're just easy, simple, pull them out, put them on, whatever. ColourPop has messed with their formula. So now they are a little bit more drier and not as creamy. So I don't like them as much anymore. I do like an Urban Decay liner, but I wish that they were retractable, and they're not. So this is beating out my ColourPop liners, where ColourPop was #1. But if they come out with these drier formulas, like I ain't about that life. I hope to get more colors of these. So I hope that she comes out with more colors. I have the red and the purple. She has a green and an orange that I would like to get also. But yeah, or find somebody out there that has a wide range of the colors that is the same quality as this. I am loving this. And it is so vibrant. It doesn't pick up on camera as well, but it's just so vibrant, better than even the liners are. And then what I decided to do for the bottom part of my lashes, I kind of wanted the red lashes. I could have just ran this liner through it, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted something that maybe would, you know, solidify down a little. It would, yeah, solidify down a little bit better. So what I did, I took a Jeffree Star lippy, put it on the back of my hand, and then took my brush, rubbed through there, and just rubbed it onto my lashes. I'm really enjoying some of Jeffree Star's lippies for mascara on the bottom lashes for sure. This is Sucker Punch, and it was just a really vibrant red, and I was like, yes, let me put that on my lower lashes. So also I am using the Physician Formulas Butter Buddies. These smell so good, like the butter bronzer, and this is in Rosy. So that's my blush. My highlighter, though, I went on ahead and dipped into this Nucleus, and that's my highlighter, and then in the top part of my brow. And then on foundation, just in case you are wondering, I am wearing the Wingas in the Luxe Cream Foundation. And it's really nice. It does start to settle into the fine lines, but I really think overall, this is a pretty good foundation. I'm really digging it, and I do like the color match with my face. So yeah, so that is what I'm wearing, guys. I'm wearing an Earthly Cosmetics lashes in style Mystic, and they became my holy grail, you guys. They became my holy grail. They beat out Lily Lashes, and thank goodness, because these are a lot cheaper than Lily Lashes. So, and you know, I was just buying them half off whenever they would go on sale with Lily Lashes. Like, I would just buy them when they would go half off. But hey, these are less expensive, and I like them probably better than the Lily Lashes. I'm super excited that they started carrying these. If you don't know, Unearthly Cosmetics used to be Alien Cosmetics way back in the day whenever I first started following them, and that's all they carried was lashes. So it's kind of cool to see the lashes come back, and then come back with some kick butt lashes, to say the least. But you guys, Gourmande Girls is going to be all listed in the description box. You'll have the website there. You'll have my code there. You'll have all the information that you need. And yeah, I'll put the regular price and the sale price. Like I said, I think it's at $51.99 is retail. With my code, it will be $46 something and some change. So not too shabby for 12 shades. And this packaging, I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I love me an iridescent moment with that shifty lettering, and then these colors and the design, so stinking pretty. Just yes, and more yes. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, just ask me down in the comments down below. I'll be glad to help if I can. And check out the description box to see the wear test. I will follow up on that, because I know quite a few of you were asking me to let you know how it wears. So we will do that. We'll follow up in the description box. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. I would love that. I would love to have you a part of the fam. And give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoy this look, if you enjoy just whatever, if you enjoy life in general, just give it a thumbs up. I'm just kidding. I'm teasing. No, but it does help me to know that you're enjoying this kind of video. Tell me down below, have you ever tried Gourmande Girls? I did a collab with her. Have you tried my collab palette? Just wondering. No, I'm just kidding. But it is still on the website if you're interested. But this here, you know, is this something that you're interested in? Do you like yourself some multichromes as much as I do? I don't know. But I like to talk to you guys in the comment section. Like I said, I might not get back to answering right away, but I always read every single one, and I do go back and answer. I'll go through and I'll just start answering everybody. And so sometimes you'll get a flood of notifications in your YouTube, because I decided to go and spend some time talking to you guys in the comments. So thank you guys so much for watching. And like I said, all of Gourmande Girls information will be in the description box below. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope that you guys all have a blessed day. Take care. Bye-bye.